I am tired of being the own cause of my biggest downfall, my biggest suffering, my biggest self sabotage. And whether I like to admit it or not, whether I do it consciously or unconsciously, it seems to me that I do my best to just make it difficult for myself because I think I'm starting to have that unconscious feeling of maybe I'm just not good enough. And then I start to sabotage things just so that it can justify the unconscious belief that I'm not good enough. You feel me? I can be in a whole good relationship and I would ruin it. I would ruin it, whether it's by cheating or whether it's just by doing things in the relationships that pushes the person away instead of bringing the person closer to me. As soon as I have something good happening for me, I honestly just try and ruin it. And it's honestly just, it's not, obviously, it's something that I should stop. Like, even with addiction, like, I could go on a long streak of not relapsing to my addiction. And then if I feel like the streak is good enough, I'll relapse later. I could, like, I'm a trader, right? I could go on a funded challenge and do really well on a funded challenge and then later find ways to just fail the challenge for me. You feel me? And, that's just, it's just insane. This cycle, this loop. And obviously, when things don't, when I ruin things for myself unconsciously, right, I feel horrible. It's not like I feel good, I just feel horrible. But later, I've realized that maybe that horrible feeling is a sense of comfort for me. Um, yeah, maybe it's a sense, maybe the misery is a comfortable feeling for me. Maybe the misery is a comfortable feeling for my brain, because it's not used to having something good happening because then it forces me or my brain to experience feelings that are not familiar, feelings that are, in a sense, uncomfortable for my brain. And I'll always obviously look for ways and loops to counter this because I know obviously it's not right. It's not right. Obviously, it's not right. It's wrong. But then it's a thing of I know how wrong it is, but unconsciously, I don't believe that it's wrong. The self sabotage. Unconsciously, I feel like it's right, but consciously, I feel like it's wrong. It's like two sides of me fighting with each other, two parts of my brain going head to head. Every day is a battle against me. Like every day I wake up, it's a battle against me. It's me versus me. And not in that generic way, it's just in a generic way, it's literally me versus me. It's the part of me that wants to experience what I feel I deserve and experience the good in life. And then there's the other part of me that I have to fight that does not want to experience the good in life and that wants to just dwell in familiarity, even if it means suffering, even if it means hell. I want to make heaven for myself, but there's a part of me that loves hell. It adores hell. Yeah, and it's honestly just like having like being this self-aware is obviously a plus about it, but then it's just a question of like for how long am I gonna keep suffering? Now, for how long am I gonna let that other part of me win? You know, because no matter how consistent I am, that part of me is always there. You feel me? It's like the devil inside of me. It's like the other half inside of me. And there would obviously be times where not only would I not not only would I give up, there'll be times where I gave up and just accepted that part of me and dwell with it. Because usually I get back on the horse, but then there'll be times where I just accepted it and dwell with it and go on like maybe a month binge of just just dwelling in my misery. But then there's always that light inside of me, the conscious side of me, this part of me that's speaking to you right now and saying, this ain't right. This ain't right. You feel me? But you gotta keep fighting. You gotta keep fighting. And it's exhausting. I believe that every day, you wake up, it's a battle to be better than yesterday, and the goal is to obviously have more days where you win than days you lose. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, we're just human, and we have flaws. And at the same time, our flaws is what makes us human. You know, we are imperfect, but then at the same time, it's the beauty in our imperfections that make us who we are. Because if everyone was perfect, it would be a very shallow. If everyone was perfect, it would be very shallow, very boring world if everyone was perfect. Because it's the flaws of people, the bad experience people have, the parts of themselves that they're working on they don't like, that make them unique. Because if everyone was perfect, everyone would be the same. No flaws, shallow and whack. So like this video was honestly just a self it was honestly just a self-reflection on me, like self-awareness. I just felt like I had to get it out there because it's something that it's like it's the first time that I've actually come to this. I actually came to this realization before making the video, but then it's the first time ever, you know what I mean? Before recording, like maybe 6 minutes before this, I came to that realization. I just had to speak it out and put it in words so that I can actually understand and look at the way I'm feeling. Understand and look at, this is who I am. You feel me? And this is the battle that I'm fighting against, and I'm done running from it. You feel me? Because I feel like the first step is always making that unconscious conscious. Because like Carl Jung said, if you don't make the unconscious conscious, you let the unconscious control you, and then later you call it fate. And the day I call my own misery fate and conclude and not fight anymore and say I'm not good enough is the day I lost. You know what I'm saying? So now I ain't fighting. I ain't gonna give up. I'm not gonna throw in the towel. And I just wanna know how you people, if anyone is going what I'm going through, like just write your experience down in the comments. I wanna read every single comment, you know, because at the end of the day, we're in this together. And yeah, I hope you got, I hope you got some value from this video. Self-obsessed 999 signing out.